Good afternoon, my crafty friends. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. Thank you so much for joining me today. Okay, I am going to wait a minute and see if anybody pops on and see if I can get this show up on my iPad. So just bear with me a moment. And, oh, that was easy. I think that's the easiest I've ever done it. Okay, so my name is Judy Menlove, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Markham, Ontario, Canada. So again, thank you so much for joining me today. I do appreciate it. If you're watching the replay, please say hi and let me know where you're from. It's always nice to know where people are watching from. All right, so I only have one announcement today. 2 more days to Halloween. The little trick-or-treaters. The weather's apparently not supposed to be as bad as they had originally predicted, with tons and tons of rain. So that's a good thing. Not sure if it's going to rain or not. I don't think they really know. The weather people really don't have a clue. It's nice that, you can get paid for being wrong 50% of the time. All right. Okay. So I just wanted to remind you, 2 days left to get the starter kit. Okay. $48, and you get $165 in product. To me, it's a no-brainer. And if you crafty people out there, why wouldn't you do this unless you're already signed up? $165 in product for only $48. No tax, no shipping, under $50, and $165. Or if you want, you can spend $135 and get $252 in product. Okay, so either way, it's $117 more than you normally get when you join Stampin' Up. So again, $48 for $165. You have 2 days left. Well, 2.5 days. 2 days and a bit, whatever. Okay, all right, that's it. So I've got something quick and easy for you guys today. So I'm going to turn the camera down and we'll get started. All right. I need to find that little button again. There he is. All right. Let me get that. That looks pretty good like that. Okay. So I'm going to make an easy peasy gift card holder today. So this is it. It comes with a belly band. Okay. So you just slide the belly band off. You open it up. There's a little note here that says Merry Christmas and to and from. So you can just fill that out. Okay. And you want to show the Merry Christmas showing like that. And then you put your gift card in like that. Oh, right. Okay. Fold that over again. Put your belly band on. And you're done. Okay, so let me just show you how easy that is to make. So I'm going to need my trimmer. The one nice thing about this is I've used a couple of punches and some stamps, and I didn't use any dies. So if you don't have a die cutting machine or anything, then this is perfect for you. Okay. So I'm going to use some paper, some designer series paper from, what is this called? Modern Christmas or something? Let's see what it's called. It is called Modern Christmas. Look at that. I even knew. So I'm going to use this, and I'm actually going to use a black piece of cardstock. Okay. So we're going to cut this cardstock at 5 by 7 1/4. So we're going to put that up there, 5, and we will cut that 5 inches. Yeah, hang on to that because you're going to need that. And then we're going to pull the arm out, and we're going to cut this at 7 1/4. Okay. And again, the reason I love our Stampin' Up! Trimmer, it has the arm that comes out, so you can cut a whole 17 inches actually. And you have your cutting blade here and your scoring blade here. And it's in inches and metric. Okay. All right, so we're going to take this and we're going to score this at 1 3/4. 1 3/4. I want to make sure you can see that. 1 3/4 and 5 1/4. So 1 3/4 and 5 1/4. Okay. And I might as well cut all this while I'm here, right? All right, so the designer series paper, I need it to be 4 3/4 wide. But I don't really want to cut all this off. So I think I'm going to do widthwise, and then I will cut it off. So I need 1 1/2 for, no, let me fold this so you can see. That might help a little bit. All right, so we're going to put a piece of DSP up here, and this is going to be 1 1/2 inches by 4 3/4. So I'm going to cut the 1 1/2 inches. And the bottom part is 1 3/4 inches. So we'll do that one as well, 1 3/4 inches. And I can put the DSP away. And then they are 4 3/4 inches wide. Hey Rose, how you doing today? So I'll cut that at 4 3/4. And I will cut this at 4 3/4. Okay. All right. What else do I need? Okay, I'm just going to put that away for now. I will need it again in a minute. Well, that was interesting. It just fell over. All right, we're going to give this a good crease. Okay. And I'm just, okay, so we're going to glue that on. So I'm going to get my trusty glue. You can use whatever you want. I like the glue because I like to have that couple of seconds to move it around if it's crooked, which it usually is. Okay, we're going to put this on here, just like that. And then we'll do the bottom piece. Have you guys all started your Christmas shopping yet? All right, I'm just going to open that so I can see where it ends. And that's going to go like that. Looks pretty good. All right, okay. So now we need actually I think I'll do this first. So you're going to have to glue this bottom part up there so that it will hold the gift card. Okay, so I'm going to use tear and tape because I want to make sure that it's strong enough that it will hold. So I'm just going to kind of roughly measure, rip it with my nail, and put it as close to the edge as I can get. Okay, and I'm going to do the other side. Just roughly measure it and then rip it off with my nail. If it's a bit too long, I can just fold it back on itself. So I'd rather it be too long than too short. Like I said, just along the edge. So these are the gift cards that I make for the craft fairs, because I need something fast and simple. I can't make a very time-consuming, for example, gift card holder, or I'd have to sell it for $20. Nobody would buy it. So I want something simple and fairly easy. Okay. So like I said, I've just folded some of that back down on itself, just rolls over. And we're just gonna make sure that's lined up good. There we go. And that is done. You don't start Christmas shopping till the end of November. All right. Well, like I said, we only buy for the kids now, so I only have 4 presents to buy for it. So that certainly makes it a lot easier. I keep trying to push. Maybe you guys would just like cash, but they don't seem to want that yet. So, but maybe one day. All right, so now we're going to do the belly band. I don't know my piece of black. Here it is. And I'm going to use the other side of this, so the polka dots. So that trimmer that I was using fell on the floor behind something. So fortunately, I have another one here that I can use. All right. So the belly band is 1.5 inches. So I will cut that 1.5 inches by 8. So let's hope this in fact is 8 inches because I didn't measure. Yay! It's actually 8.5. There we go. 8 inches. And then the designer series paper. So again, this is 1.5 by 8, and your designer series paper is 1.25 by 7 3/4. So 1.25 by 7 3/4. 7 3/4. Oh, there we go. Okay, I think we're done with the trimmer, so I'll put that away. Hopefully it won't fall on the floor. And then we're just going to glue this onto this. Again, see, easy peasy is so quick. Put my glue on. There we go. Well, hello, Maureen. How are you today? We're making a very simple, quick, and easy gift card holder today. And I'm using the Modern Christmas Designer Series paper. Okay. All right. Where is... Oh, here it is. All right. So I'm just going to take this piece. I'm going to make it as straight as I can, and I'm just going to fold it over like that. And actually, I'm going to give it a nice crease before I do the next part. I want to make sure this is lined up. Let's give it a nice crease. I'm good, thanks, Maureen. Thank you for asking. And we're going to fold this over like that. Okay, and I want to make sure that it's not too tight, that I can still slide it. So it's a little tight. So I'm just not going to press that down. All right, so I'm going to put some more tear and tape on because, again, I want this to really hold. So I'm just going to put a piece here. No, I want to put the piece here. And then I want that piece here. And again, you're going to put it as close to the edge as you can get it. And then we're just going to take a pick tool and pull off the wrapper. And again, okay, I don't know if you can see where it's hanging over the edge here. All right, so just fold it back on itself. Fold it all back on itself again. No big deal. Now pull this piece off. And that's a little long too, so I'll just fold it back on itself. All right. And just do that. And now I can give this a good grease like that. All right, let's see how that works. Hopefully it won't be too snug. No, there we go. Okay, now I need my black paper again. Okay, so I'm going to punch out a 2-inch punch, a 2-inch circle, pardon me. With my 2-inch circle punch, I'm going to punch out a 2-inch circle. And then I'm going to take a piece of, just a piece of basic white, and I'm going to cut out a 1 3/4 inch piece, circle. So a 2-inch circle and a 1 3/4 inch circle. Okay, so I want to stamp on this, and I think I'm going to use the Merry and Bright, and that is from the Traditional Labels. Okay, so there's a Merry and Bright, and I just glued it or stuck it on like that. Okay, and I want my black ink. I'll ink this up nice. And I'll just line that up. There we go. And that's done. Actually, it's a little blurry. You know, I gotta cut. You know, I don't like it. I gotta cut one more. 1 3/4 inch. Doesn't want to come out. There we go. All right, let's try again. Yeah, I just found the R's are really thick, and let's see if I do this again, if it'll be like that. Get over there. That's better. Much better. Okay, and we're just going to glue that to the black circle. All right, and then I want this glued to the belly band. So I'm going to make sure it's facing the way I want it to face. And then I'm just going to put glue in the middle. Okay. I don't want glue over all the way to the edge or it will hang over. All right, so I'm just going to put that right in the middle like that. I'll just check it, make sure there's no glue. Nope. Just give that a nice press. Okay, so that's ready to go. And then I have cut, let me see now, with my textured notes. Okay, I love these textured notes. I've cut a piece of basic white with this one, okay, which is 1, 2, 3, the 4th largest. Okay. And then I've got a Merry Christmas that is from the Bubble Blooms. So there's a Merry and a Christmas. There's also a Happy and a Christmas. And I just put them on side by side. Okay. So I'm going to ink this up in the black. If I had red or something, I might do it in red. And just going to put this right at the top like that. And then I have a To and From, which is from the seasonal tags. Okay, and there's a To and From. And the great thing about this one is it's one stamp. So you don't, sometimes there's a To stamp and there's a From stamp, and you have to do, you know, each one, but they're both on the same one, which makes it much easier and much faster. And I'm all about easy and fast. There we go. Okay, the To's a little thick, but that's okay. So we're just going to put that in there. I'll just wait a second and make sure it's dry. Put that in there. And then you would just put your, so that you can sign it so everybody knows who it's from. And then just put your gift card on top of that. So it is showing a little bit, just like this one. I think my gift card's still in here. Yep. So there's the gift card. Okay. And then we'll put the belly band on. And we're done. See, I told you this was fast. So that's what I have for you today, guys. Really simple, really quick, and I really like them. They're easy, and you know, just pull the belly band off. I like this little insert with the To From. So there's that one. And I made this one. This is with the traditional, don't ask me all the names, traditional something. Traditions of Christmas designer series paper. Okay. So, and I use the Be Jolly stamp on that one. Okay. And then this one is from the Snowflake, what's that one called? Elegant Pine Snowflakes. Okay. And this one is also from the Elegant Pine Snowflakes. Okay. But I actually kind of like the black and white. To me, it's very, I love this suite. It's very elegant looking. So, okay, that's it, guys. That's all I got. I told you we'd be fast today. So if you have any questions, let me know. And again, a reminder, only 2 days left for the special joining offer, the special kit price of $48 for $165 in product. And again, no obligation. So if you're interested, reach out to me, put something in the comments, and we can chat about it. All right. Thank you very much for joining me today. I do appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule. And I'll be back here next week. All right. You guys take care. Bye-bye now.